going?
Hey, welcome to our office.
Thank you for having us out.
Thanks for
Really
coming.
appreciate that. We've been looking forward to this one a lot.
You brought this beautiful weather with you? Because
I
the
brought-
weather's been terrible
I
here
brought
in
it with
Long
us.
Island.
So in this interview, we want to give people the game and the blueprint on how to build $1 billion company. Can we make that happen?
Yes, I hope so.
Let's do
Because
it.
America needs more entrepreneurs.
Who am I here with today?
Don Voltaggio.
And what was your business?
Have you ever had one of these?
And Arnold Palmer?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
the founder of that company.
You created these?
Yes, I did.
Are you serious?
Yes.
So you created the Arnold Palmer?
Yes, I did. By myself. I met the man and created the product.
What's the most amount of money you made in a year selling these?
A couple $1 billion a year.
A couple $1 billion? Like more than one?
Yeah,
More than two?
yeah.
3 billion?
Under 3.
Under $3 billion.
But
So,
I'm not selling just Arnold Palmer. We sell everything.
but selling these made you a billionaire.
I was a billionaire before that.
Are you serious? What was the turning point to becoming an entrepreneur? Did you always know that you were going to start your own business?
I knew I wasn't going to go to college in 1970.
You knew you weren't going to go to college.
And there was a draft on in the Vietnam War, and I was too tall. I was draft exempt for being 6'9" 3/4". So then I had this full opportunity to be successful in America because I wasn't asked to, to fight for the country. So I became a truck driver and turned into a little business, and then turned into a little bigger business. And 50 plus years later, here I am.
Did you come from a lot of money?
No, my dad worked for a grocery store chain. He never made more than $15,000 in his life.
So he worked for the grocery store chain that your drinks eventually got sold
Yeah.
in.
Well, they were out of business. They worked for A&P. And you ever hear of the company A&P?
Sounds familiar.
Atlantic Pacific. They were the largest retailer in the 1950s. So they had 15,000 stores. Today they don't have any because they forgot about their customers. So I learned from that experience from him as well that you got to remember who you're selling to and treat them right, take care of them, and treat them fairly.
You had this product for 99 cents for decades, but you never raised the price, even with inflation coming into play. Why not?
Because I can afford not to.
What do you mean you can afford? But it's tough margins in your business.
Well, see this building here? I own it. My factories I own. The bolts in the factory I own.
You own all the verticals.
I own it all. I don't have any zero debt, so I'm not obligated to a bank or a board of directors that says raise the price because we have to raise our profit margins. You can go through the kind of things that happens in life. During COVID, everything hit the inflation just ran out of control everywhere, freight and fuels and everything else. But we were able to survive it because we didn't have debt to service. If you run a business like you run your personal life, if you have a lot of debt, you got to stay up at night thinking about it. I learned it a long time ago. If you want to buy it with cash. In other words, pay for it.
So you don't like debt.
I hate it because I've seen what it's done to companies that can't afford to service the debt.
But you hear even companies like Apple that's doing trillions of dollars a year, they're still borrowing money every quarter. Do you think that bringing on a little bit more capital could help you scale, or you're just like, we don't need it because of the marketing?
I have all the capital I need. The best thing in life is to have money in the bank, right? We built a factory in New Jersey, spent over $400 million. We paid for it.
Because you have the money.
Yeah, right. It's
Yeah.
pretty good. And then you can afford to sell things for 99 cents because you're not affording the cost of interest and the cost of debt on people's balance sheets.
So you prioritize reach over margins.
Margins are important, but sometimes you can make up the margin loss by increased sales, right? We have an office of 400 people. We grew the business double in the last 10 years, and we haven't doubled the staff
Right.
because, efficiencies and modernization of the way we handle the things with software and all that kind of stuff.
Did you ever think that the 99-cent pricing would be such an incredible marketing strategy?
I've said the story, cavemen were motivated by 99 cents. 99 cents is like a number, like less than $1, And when I was a kid, I earned $1 an hour when I first started. So I understand the value of $1. And I also understand my customers, a lot of them look at their needs for the day or for the week and look at how they're going to budget themselves. And giving them a great tasting drink at a fair price, and then they have money for other things, I think that's a bad idea, right? And I didn't have to spend money on advertised traditional stuff.
So you didn't spend a lot on advertising.
I didn't spend any on it.
Are you serious?
None.
Even today?
Today, no.
You really market.
No, I don't. We haven't done anything traditional. No radio, no television, no billboard.
What do you think has been the single greatest lever for you?
Packaging and high quality, great product.
Is that the biggest thing you attribute it to is the packaging?
Absolutely.
Why?
Because packaging is what people shop when they see. I've seen people make decisions right at the cooler or right at the shelf in a grocery store.
So psychology is important then in business.
Well, I think when you shop, you buy with your eyes, right? If your friend told you about a great product that they bought the day before and it tasted great for 99 cents, next time you shop, you're going to go, right?
So give me a little piece of advice about psychology in business.
If you're in a beverage business, you need something that's going to jump off the shelf without advertising. Because if you think you're going to go into the beverage business and compete with Coke and Pepsi and the large companies, you're wrong. They'll outspend you.
Were you ever afraid of them?
No.
So you weren't afraid of competition?
No, because I've met them. And I've seen them, and I've seen them in operation.
What do you do differently from them?
I'm efficient, they're not.
Let me ask you this, because when you look at your company, you never took on Wall Street, you never took on investors. What advice would you give to an entrepreneur who's trying to get capital to help start and grow their business?
My dad told me once, know your cost and sell it for above that. It was so basic and simple, right? Because if you do that, every case you sell, you're going to make a profit on. Some people don't know the cost of their goods, they don't know the cost of doing business, and then they do things that I'll call foolishly. Spend more than they're earning, and then borrow money, and then have the debt, and then be in that cycle there. The only way to possibly possibly pull it out is sell it. When I started in business, and as of today, I have no intention of selling this thing. It's going to go to my family, my sons, my grandchildren, and hopefully they'll be able to be very successful like I've been and enjoy being in business and working with people and all that stuff. If you run your business that way, you can be multi-generation. If you run it where you have put on a lot of debt and then you have a gun to your head saying, I'm not going to lend you money unless you pay me 25% interest and that kind of stuff. Because unfortunately, entrepreneurs, when they borrow money, they pay a lot for the capital. They pay a lot of a premium on the interest, and it puts you behind the 8 ball because now you can't be competitive. I put a case of product on the floor as cheap or cheaper than anybody in the industry because I own everything I own. We're very efficient. We put modern facilities around the country, and we negotiate with our suppliers to get the right price by doing what they need so they can do that.
And do you think everybody's built for entrepreneurship?
No.
Why not?
It takes a certain kind of person, and it doesn't mean it's bad to be an employee at a company because it's not for everybody. I've had many sleepless nights thinking about my payroll I had to make the next week. Some people, it's not for them. They're not cut out for it. Every single day in business I enjoy. I've been in business 55 years, and I haven't had one single boring day. Most people would pay for that. I get paid to do it. Not bad.
So that's the definition of doing what you love.
Yeah, exactly right.
So was it all worth it? Was the grind to become a billionaire worth it?
Yes, everybody should try.
Yeah.
You don't have to be a billionaire. You have to be happy, right? And too often people look at that. When costs rise and our profits shrink, I say sometimes you're going to tighten your belt. That's what life is, right?
How old are you now?
I'm 73 years old.
You look amazing for 73.
Well, I work out. And I was a truck driver for 10 years, so I got many arms.
And your last message to the younger generation, if you died tomorrow and you had one more guiding principle to help the younger generation, what would that be?
Realize that America is the greatest place in the world. And if you are appreciative of where you live and take care of the things that are important just from a citizen's point of view. I hate negative talk about America because America is the best place. Not perfect, but it's the best place in the globe. I've been around the globe and I've seen other places. And I think if you want to be successful, this is the place. They'll give you a shot. No guarantees, but at least you got a shot.
You got amazing advice.